Hello everyone, welcome back to Streed's Guide to Fraggle Rock. Today I'll be reviewing Season 3, Episode 11, Gobo School for Explorers. This episode starts out with Doc telling Sprocket of the brand new doggy door he's bought, while Gobo and the others are near the hole to outer space. There's also a minor error in continuity since Sprocket's hostile to Gobo getting his card, even though it was clearly established last season that the two had become friends. It's always struck me as odd. Anyways, Monkey reads Uncle Matt's card, and Matt finds himself at a playground. He tells Gobo of a book he's written, The Secret Rules of Exploring, and proposes that they start their very own school for explorers. Gobo's in love with the idea, and they all head to the Great Hall. In the hall, Gobo finds all kinds of rules for previously explored routes. Gobo, however, isn't that confident in his skills as a teacher until Monkey convinces him to start a school for explorers, and everyone's delighted. Everyone except Red, predictably, who dismisses the entire concept and Gobo for his inability to whistle. Gobo, of course, throws his weight around in return and sings a groovy song about having what it takes to be an explorer.
There's a story going round about a hero of history. Well, I guess I better tell you that the hero of the story is me. And if you want to understand all the hullabaloo, then it's time that you heard what I'm saying to you. If you got what it takes to grow, you gotta take what you got and go. And if you got what it takes, then you take what you got and get going. Well, I told you once, and I don't want to tell you twice. I got a heart full of fire, got a head full of good advice. You know the world's plumb full of gall darn fools trying to run your life with a gosh darn rules. If you got what it takes to grow, you gotta take what you got and go. And if you got what it takes, then you take what you got and get going.
After that bout of grooviness, Boober asks where they're going, and Gobo tells them that the best possible place to start is the hole to who knows where, an expedition with a reputation for its eeriness and mysteriousness, as the name implies. The other Fraggles feel that this is a tad too risky for them, so Boober proclaims he'll start his very own school for laundry in the Great Hall, as Gobo, Wembley, Moki, and Red begin their arduous trek. Meanwhile, in the workshop, Doc is blindly following instructions, much to the detriment of his roof. Back in the rock, Gobo and crew are all tied together, with Moki's hat being too tight and Red's hat being too big. Gobo and Red argue for a moment, and we're gifted with one of Fraggle Rock's best songs, embodying the sheer joy of exploration.
Face fast, act fast, on your own. Preparation, perspiration, dynamite, determination, pack snacks, make tracks, all alone. Chase the future, face the great unknown. Chase the future, face the great unknown. Thanks.
Oh, that singing and dancing sure made me thirsty.
Now, I'm not the adventurous type myself, hell, merely walking is laborious for me due to my gutter health and incessant eating, but should I ever get myself in shape and go on a long trek, rest assured I'll be humming this tune with my cohorts. I especially love the saxophone portion near the end. There's something so deeply comforting about it. I love how relaxing and carefree it sounds. It speaks to an inner part of my soul that mere words cannot do justice to the opaque emotions I feel whenever I hear the specific portion of the song. Red smells Sweetwater up ahead, and by this point the Fraggles are about as parched as the cast of Sahara, masterpiece film by the way. However, Gobo forbids them to drink a single drop because of the moronic rule reading, never drink where the moss grows pink, which should really be slapped on a bottle of pink sauce. Red's rightfully fed up with these ridiculous rules and has a row with Gobo.
It says right here.
Oh, I think that's a dumb rule.
Oh,
You know what I think? I think you think too much.
Oh.
Look, these rules were written by the greatest explorer that ever lived. And if you want to follow in his footsteps, you'll do just as they say. Right, Wembley?
right.
Now, according to Matt's route, there's a pond of good drinking water right at the top of this cliff.
In the midst of climbing, signs of exhaustion begin to show on Wembley as he faints. They finally reach the top and discover that the pond's full of stink water. This is the final straw for Red, as she and the others have had enough of Uncle Matt's perfunctory rules, opting to go home. I'd also like to point out that Wembley's loyalty to Gobo is so strong that even when he's directly disagreeing with him, he can't find it within himself to acknowledge Red's suggestion, so he resignedly says, "Right, Gobo." And I've always found that both admirable and sad. Gobo's not a monster or anything, but sometimes Wembley is a better friend than he deserves. After they leave, Gobo takes this rejection with only the utmost maturity and grace.
You could probably still get into Boomer's School of Laundry, Red. I think it's more your speed.
You should stick those stupid rules back in Uncle Matt's sockbox where they belong! Gobo, please come back with us!
No way. When you put on your pack, you never turn back. I'm headed for who knows where. That Red has got some nerve, boy. Criticizing my Uncle Matt's rules. Well, I guess not every Fraggle can follow in my Uncle Matt's footsteps.
He's old enough to take care of himself. Let's go down the hill and get a drink. Red, aren't you forgetting something? Oh, yeah, the stupid rope. Last Fraggle in the world I want to be tied to is Gobo. Yeah. Phooey, the knot is stuck.
Sometime later, Gobo and Red find themselves halfway down the eerie hole to who knows where, with Gobo apologizing for his ill-fated trek, held together with blind delusion and false bravado, as he promptly throws Matt's rules down the hole, which gives him a brilliant idea. Meanwhile in the Great Hall, Boober's in the midst of a stimulating laundry lecture until Moki and Wembley arrive in a panicked frenzy, telling them that Gobo and Red have fallen down the hole to who knows where. Back in the hole, Red's doubtful of Gobo's plan succeeding, with Gobo reassuring her that it'll work, as the two lifelong friends share what could be their final moments together.
It's been good knowing you, Red. Better hold on tight. One, two, three!
I'll further express my thoughts of this emotionally resonant scene later in the conclusion segment. Believe you me, I have much to say. We return to the Great Hall and finally discover where exactly who knows where it leads to.
Oh, are they all right? Are they okay? We thought you fell down the hole to who knows where.
We did.
But this isn't who knows where. This is the Great Hall.
Well, maybe this is your uncle's idea of a joke.
You always find out something new when you go exploring.
Gobo, you are the greatest explorer who has ever lived.
Maybe someday, Wembley, but I still got an awful lot to learn, right, Red?
Well, at least you taught yourself how to whistle.
Hey, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Back in the workshop, Doc's given up on following those foolish rules and has finally crafted his own doggy door for his best friend Sprocket. Every season of Fraggle Rock has its perfect episode. Season 1 is Marooned, Season 2 is Manny's Land of Carpets, and Season 3 has this episode. If I had made a top 20 favorite Fraggle Rock episodes video, this would undoubtedly be on it. For starters, I already love adventure stories where our main characters go on a perilous trek in strange foreign land. There's a real wilderness-like atmosphere to this episode with all the picturesque and colorful caverns that permeate the show. The songs here are also incredible as usual. Get Going is a fun, jaunty little tune about Gobo's incessant superiority complex, and Face Facts, Pack Snacks, Make Tracks is an endlessly catchy, adventurous song that embodies the spirit of exploration. But besides the sumptuous caverns, the catchy songs, and the atmosphere, the real core of this episode's brilliance is the character drama. Here, I will fully dissect why this scene is one of Fraggle Rock's finest moments and should be revered with the many emotionally powerful scenes within Marooned. It is a very brief scene, but undeniably effective in provoking such raw emotion. Gobo and Red are face to face with their own mortalities. Keep in mind, they have no idea where exactly Who Knows Where leads to. Everything about where they are implies that it's a dead end. They're looking halfway down at a black, mysterious pit, and in what they perceive as their final moments, they bid farewell, with Gobo softly saying, "It's been good knowing you, Red." A simple, almost casual goodbye carried to greater lengths by Jerry Nelson's and Karen Prell's vocal performances. Then, just before they leap, they nestle each other for a speck of comfort, a small gesture that conveys 1,000 unspoken words. Seldom have I seen such simplicity in action with a sea of emotion underlying it. Interesting fact about this scene, Red and Gobo were originally supposed to have more dialogue until Jerry Nelson and Karen Prell improvised and created one of the defining moments in the show's entire history. Overall, this episode is a masterpiece of character writing, providing the ever-prescient moral to think for yourself and not adhere to someone else's rules. And as a staunch individualist who's only just recently freed herself of the chains of politics, it makes for an apropos watch. If only I had learned Gobo's lesson sooner. Well guys, that was the review, and I will see you all next time.